Hey, what's up, fellas? Making a little video over here about, shifting and whatnot. A couple of tips for, new drivers, newlies, and a lot of people looking for videos, up in the, I look for videos myself, and I don't see any that really, really details how properly to shift and, manage, big rigs like this one. This one right here is a single axle of 65,000 pounds international. It's a 2010, I think it is. I'm not sure. Anyway, some of the tips I can give you is when, first of all, you gotta, try to, predict what's gonna happen next so that you can actually shift before it happens, way before it happens. The earlier you shift, the better. You can get caught up, where you can't, really, downshift, or mix gears or look, for which range you got to switch to. Another thing on downhills, preset your gears, like the book. You probably read the book if you're a newbie. You know what I'm talking about. When on uphills, really preset the gear. If you floating, if you need to, go ahead and hit and use the clutch. Just go ahead and use it. It's better to engage the gear properly than to have a problem in the middle of an uphill. Try not to switch gears during an uphill if you really load it, because you're gonna run into problems. In reality, what happens is when the trailer is pulling, when I'm saying pulling, it's knocked against the tractor, the gears they grind and they don't go in as easy. In order to properly shift, flow shift, which is shifting without using the clutch, the tractor can not have any kind of tension on it. In other words, when you go to shift, it's gotta be at a time where you pull in the tractor and it comes up against it, and then you can shift. You have the feeling, once you're in it. But I'm gonna give you a little, insight of how to manage it more or less. I'm gonna do a couple of gears here. If anybody wants to add anything, to this video, you can go ahead and do so. More than welcome to any other tips that, been driving for for a little while, so it's not like I'm a wizard, but I come pretty good. I drive in the city, New York City, and it's a pretty tough city to drive. So I mean, hope this helps anybody that's looking, to get into trucking and anything. It's a good business as long as you treat yourself right and respect others. So we're gonna go take off now. First gear, no range, of course. Second gear, third gear, fourth gear, fifth gear. This is a 10-gear transmission, by the way. High range. And as I'm switching, I'm feeling for the trailer. I'm feeling so that making a feel, and I can hear the engine actually talks to me, and tells me, when it's right. As I'm doing it, I'm feeling for the trailer. The trailer tells me if I don't feel no tug from the trailer, that means I'm good. Right now I'm holding about, not much. I'm holding about 10,000 pounds, and it's not much, so I don't really need to use the first gear. I can use any other gear. I can use take off on third, even fourth if I need to. That's fifth right there. High range. 6. 7. That's about as much as I can go, because I can only go 30 out here. But yeah, on the downshift it's the same thing. You basically you gotta learn. You learn with time, around which miles an hour each gear will go in easily. So right now I can go back to 6. Just rev it up, boom, and click it in. Anytime you're gonna downshift, rev it up. I usually use between 15. I go for between 15 and 20,000 RPMs. That usually works good for me. Sometimes it'll grind a little bit. Don't worry, just work your way through it. As long as you rev it up high, it'll come back down and go and drive yourself into gear. 6. Notice I don't use the clutch at all. I don't use the clutch at all. What I'm using is I'm using my instinct. I only use the clutch to first gear when I'm taking off. But now I'm gonna take off on third, which I can't take off because I don't have that much weight. If you have a lot of weight, then best thing to do is go to a low gear. The more weight you holding, the lower the gear you need to take off on, so that way you can take off. You don't have to switch as many gears. If you're city driving and you're not holding that much, it's gonna kill you. Because you're gonna have to switch a lot of gears before you get within speed limit you're looking for. So, that's pretty much it for now. Let me pull it over right here where he's safe and see what's up. And subscribe if you need to. Comment. I'm more than welcome to. Peace out.